Good morning and welcome to Wednesday Mornings with Doug. Doug, good morning. How are you?
Good, Tammy. Good. And how are you doing this morning?
I'm wonderful. Thank you
Good.
so much for
Good.
asking. So today we're going to go over a topic with an issue that I encountered with a seller last week. The issue was the seller had listed their home with an agent, and it was a few years back, and the agent decided to not cancel the listing, although the seller wanted to cancel the listing. Doug, you know the terms of this, so help me navigate through and kind of give more of the details.
Right. This is a situation that we've run into as markets change and people change. In this particular case, the seller was having trouble with his mortgage payments and was behind and knew he either had to sell his house or modify his mortgage. Got together with this agent. The agent took a long listing on it. I doubt the seller even realized what he was getting into. People in trouble maybe not research these things and read everything as carefully as they should. Long and short, the seller was able to get a modification of his loan, so he's now fat and happy in his house. Problem is, there's an agent out there that's got a listing on his home, a signed agreement to sell his home at a given price. The seller doesn't want to sell the house, doesn't need to. So this agent maybe isn't pushing the listing, isn't putting it out on the open market, but he's still got it listed, and the seller really doesn't want him to do that, doesn't want to be in contract with somebody to sell his house when he doesn't want to sell his house. So the question always comes up, can't he just cancel that listing? Well, as a matter of fact, he can't. A listing agreement is a contract. Contract is an agreement between two people for certain things to happen. As a practical matter, selling somebody's house who doesn't want their home sold is obviously difficult to do and something nobody would really push. But still, people would rather not be in a contract. So really, the only real way, the right way to do it, is to negotiate with that agent and tell them, I don't want to be listed with you anymore. And you may take going to that agent's manager, maybe doing some squawking, complaining to maybe the real estate board, the ethics board, arbitration professional standards hearing panel may want to hear it. Because real estate agents at the end of the day, we're supposed to be operating in our client's best interest. And I think in this situation, we can pretty well say that this agent is not acting in the person's and that seller, that owner's best interest.
Okay, so let's say it does happen to go to arbitration, in front of these different panels. If the seller has to get an attorney, who's liable for that cost?
Well, our standard listing agreement has an attorney's fees and costs clause in it. It says that if there's litigation that comes out of this agreement, the prevailing party has a right to reasonable court costs and
So that includes not just like under the listing agreement, the buyer-seller contract, that includes if there's an issue with the listing agent as well, correct?
Correct, yes. Yeah, those same clauses are in there. Again, we're getting out of my pay grade talking about legal matters.
Right.
And you need to be consulting an attorney. But like I say, as we see it out there in the field, a listing agent can't just arbitrarily hold somebody up like that. Even though the contract says so, as a practical matter, we need to be operating in the client's best interest.
Do you see these kind of issues happen often?
Not often, but it's not that unusual. When you do 4,000 or 5,000 transactions a year, like Intero does, it does come up. You do see the worst of what can go on out there.
Okay, so wonderful. So Doug, thank you so much for tackling this subject. And I am pretty sure that, if this situation happens to come up with you, you kind of have an idea of how to navigate through. Otherwise, we look forward to speaking with you next week. Thank you so much, Doug.
Thank you, Tammy.
And we will talk to you later. Bye.